All right, today we're going to talk about 2 exercises or ways of exercising to really help strengthen your postural muscles and your upper back. So, a lot of us know that for your lower back, it's important to have a strong core and strong hips. But to best support your upper body, including your head and neck and your shoulders, it's really important to have a strong upper back, specifically the muscles between your shoulder blades. So many of us, our life just brings us forward. My work, a lot of times, I'm forward. We're driving, we're sitting in those seats, whether a recliner, the car seats, they're rounded, so our shoulders are coming forward, shoulder blades are spreading out, our head is being pushed forward by different chairs and supported seated positions. Our hamstrings can be tight, our hips can be tight in different ways, and so even if we're sitting on the floor, if we're tight in our lower body, it's going to make us force ourselves to round forward. So we can stretch and do all these stretches all day long, but first of all, we want to stretch our pecs so that we're not tight and limited in the upper body, but also we need to strengthen the muscles in the upper back to properly hold you there. So now these guidelines are not for everyone. If you have a recent onset of pain or an injury, you definitely need to be seen by a professional. And if you have any issues just trying these exercises, please seek more help by someone who's an expert. But I just want to give you some tips because I find some common ways people move their body, and they're thinking that for their neck and shoulders, things like everything in the front, everything you see in the mirror is going to help, and it does. But first, you need to be strong back here. So, first of all, be sure you're doing some kind of pull exercise where you are pulling resistance back and feeling it work in your upper back. So whether you're using resistance bands or a cable column, a machine at the gym, or you put yourself in a position where gravity will support you and you have your core engaged with that as well. But say a dumbbell row. So dropping the weight down, let your shoulder blades spread out away from your spine. Your knees can be bent so your hamstrings are not like tucking your pelvis too much, but spine is straight, core is engaged, head and neck nice and in line with your spine, so you're not arching your neck like this or letting your head hang. You can even tuck your chin a little bit, give yourself a little double chin. But as that shoulder blade spreads out and away, now engage the shoulder blade first. So you're widening across the collarbone. So that's the first step. The second step is to bring the elbow up to your side. So you keep this space at the front of your chest, front of your shoulder open. Now, what you don't want to do is keep the shoulder blade spread out and then just bend your elbow. That is not going to work your upper back. So first, engage the shoulder blade, drawing the shoulder blade back towards your spine, and then letting the elbow and laying the weight stay below your elbow, because you don't want to overdo the biceps. You don't want to overdo bringing the elbow up too high or overdo the biceps where you're really bending the elbow. So make it more about the upper back, tucking the shoulder blade back towards your spine, and just bring the weight up so that it's underneath the elbow and your elbow's up kind of level with your lower ribs. So you'd feel that if you tuck the weight into your side, you feel your elbow, feel the elbow touch your side. So don't over exaggerate bringing your upper arm bone back behind you. So anything that you're doing, even if you're doing bent over rows, both arms, you're doing a resistance band down, also a resistance band standing up, like you have it looped around a pillar, a post, something very stationary and it's not going to move. Have a resistance band looped around there. Good posture, core engaged, and you're standing up. Resistance bands are so nice and versatile like that. Draw the shoulder blades back. And as you bring the arms back, your elbows do not need to come back further. What that can do, if you have any kind of fragility up here, it can cause excessive pressure where the tendons insert onto the bones, and it can just be too much. And for those of us who have a lot of flexibility and we want to work on strength, you'll have to be very mindful to not overdo the movement part. So chest is lifted, shoulder blades draw back, and just squeeze those shoulder blades together. The arms do not have to come back. The elbows do not have to go back. So you know who you are. You are the ones who yoga is super easy in some ways because you're super flexible. And you may also be more prone to injury. So be careful with that. So I wanted to show you that as far as with resistance training. Another exercise that is super important to do is to lie face down and just do this without any weights. Now, you can be face down on your belly. You can also bring in a pillow. So if you're already kind of tight and your shoulders are rounded forward, being flat on the floor or your bed or some kind of table is going to be too much for you. You need something to support underneath your chest and your belly and your hips. So you can have a pillow that may give. You can stack up folded blankets. You can use a yoga bolster. So I'm going to use a yoga bolster because I think you'll be able to pretty clearly see. And with this, you want to be able to breathe. This is also helpful if you have tight hip flexors, because they can just make it harder for all kinds of things, but especially anything laying down on your belly. So chest is supported. Start with your hands at your sides. First, engage your lower belly like you're zipping up into some skinny pants. And then gently squeeze the shoulder blades together and feel as though there's a string at your sternum, at your breastbone, kind of drawing your chest up and forward. So get that lift, tucking your chin slightly, elongating the back of your neck. So feeling that gentle lift as though the back of your neck is elongating and reaching up to the ceiling first. And now hover your hands up, squeeze the shoulder blades together. So this would be the first step. This is called locust pose, and this is the B version. Now A is when your arms are at your side. In traditional yoga, you'll see people turn their palms up. I prefer palms down because when we externally rotate the shoulders like that, where your thumbs point out to the side, your palms are down. I think that helps open up the front of the shoulder a little bit more. So if you're doing this for the first time, you're going to want to take a break now. So rest your forehead on stacked fists or hands. You can always have a block there too to support your head. Take a couple belly breaths. And then again, back to that position. So you can start, again, engaging your low belly, even squeezing your glutes, pressing your hips down into your support, whether it's the floor or your pillow. Lift up the top tips of your shoulders. And as you lift up the top tips of your shoulders, you'll feel your bottom tips of your shoulder blades kind of tuck back and down. So ladies, like you're drawing those shoulder blades down towards your bra strap. Now elongate your neck even more, like there's a string at the top of your head growing you taller. Now try that A position where your palms face down, your thumbs are out. Roll those palms down even more, open up across your chest, your collarbones. Now bend your elbows and gently spread those shoulder blades out and away. Let the shoulder blades spread as you reach your arms out overhead like Superman. Keep the core engaged. Reach, reach, reach. Bend your elbows again. Bring your palms as though your palms are facing your ears. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then arms again at your side, thumbs turn out. Now, I love this movement. You can also do one at a time, and you can support your head like on your fist or blocks or blankets, but you can feel the movement of the shoulder blade, just one arm at a time, maybe do 5 to 10, breathing a lot, keeping your spine nice and long, low belly's engaged, your neck is staying in alignment, you're not allowing your head to drop. But this movement is so great for your core, the core of your shoulders. Now, when you get up, because you've been working some strengthening you may not normally do some cat-cows. So hands and knees around your spine like a rainbow, exaggerating the tuck of the low belly so that your spine is like a rainbow. And then inhale, chest up and forward to the cow, where your spine is like a big smile and a smiley face. Rounding spine like a rainbow. Inhale, spine like a great big smile. And end with that cat pose to really round out the lower back. Breathe a lot and come up gently. So it's amazing how we do not get face down a lot as adults. It is so important. I was a pediatric therapist for years, working with babies and toddlers all up. I worked with all ages. And it is crucial that we develop that strength to push down into the floor and lift ourselves up. But it starts with head control. And so as we get older, we get so weak and just kind of slouch forward. So today, I just really wanted to show you how to strengthen those postural muscles that help you to hold yourself upright again. Now, a caution here, back bends, spinal extension is very invigorating, very energizing. Do not do this right before bed. You might be awake and alert for a couple hours. So even though it seems so subtle, so simple, and even if you're very strong, still practicing any kind of back bending work, it helps to perk you up. So that's a bonus, but just be careful how you time that. So I hope this was beneficial for you. Please like and share this and reach out if you have any questions or comments. And if this didn't work for you, but you feel you need more help, reach out to me for guidance for maybe an online, a virtual yoga session or in person, or reach out to someone in your community for more help. God bless you. Namaste.